Yes, welcome back to the Tottenham Concept and welcome back to episode 2 of the Chinwag. Listen, you can do two things for me. Number one, big up your damn selves for clicking on the video. I appreciate it. The support always means a lot to me. And number two, listen, unless you click that subscribe button, I'm never going to become a multi-billionaire from YouTube and buy Tottenham. So help me help you, okay? Listen, we've got a banger of a show today. We are expecting a few more guests. I'm hoping they come along shortly. One of them's just turned up. Rock on. What I shall do is I'll introduce my guests now. Do me a favour. Give these guys some love. They took some time out of their day to come and spend it with myself and entertain you. So just help me out and help them out. Right, first off, we've got Pocket Rocket Mia. Hello, Mia. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you very much. And it was a good start because you weren't on mute.
Don't you know what that haunts me? Yeah, it's ever since I did that, it just fucking haunts me. Like, yeah, 45 seconds and like no phone call from someone like Benji. Yeah, not good at all. Right, our second guest, Rain Man. How you doing, Rain? You all right?
Very good, thank you. Very good. Yep.
Good. Long day today, easy day. What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, normal day. Full day of work. Lots of meetings on a stream. Yeah, all good.
It sounds blissfully boring. You just wanted to get on here and talk about Spurs, right? I bet you're waiting for it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Because
sure.
Because you don't talk about it enough.
What I really want to do is listen to Mia.
Of course, sure. Always.
I think you don't talk about Tottenham enough, Rain. That's the problem.
It is the problem. That is absolutely right.
Right, our next guest is a debutant. He's a handsome devil. He's a sort of guy that with a shredded six-pack that makes the rest of us men feel just a little bit insecure. It's Ashmatic. How you doing, buddy? You good?
We ain't gonna do all of that, man.
Hey, listen, don't even tell me.
What's this pretending you're too shy, Ash, man? I know you better than that. Don't tell him
I'm just
that.
an ordinary guy. Like, what are we doing there?
Look at him. He's like, too shy.
On the show
I'm just an ordinary guy that grates cheese off his hands. Do you know what I mean? Bless you. How you doing, Ash?
Thanks for having me on. Like, yeah. It's all good, bro.
Nice.
I don't really do the
Thanks for taking the time.
We're here.
I appreciate you. Yeah. Last time I was on your show was a few months ago, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken, a few months back. Yeah, it's been a while, mate. It's been a while. Well, listen, thank you for joining. Right, we do have one more joining us. He's running late. God, I hope he does join. But regardless, we're here now. It is what it is. Right, guys, I shall get us underway. Now, listen, this is a recap show, so I just want to sort of slice over a few subjects really quick. Right, we'll start off with transfers. Now, listen, I was completely wrong about this, and I want to speak about Jed Spence ever so quickly. I know it's been sort of gone over a few times, but we'll wisp over it. I want to talk about Jed Spence. So, listen, I was wrong about Jed. I thought the club as a whole valued the financial side of it and the player himself more than what they actually have done. Tell me something, guys. Is 26 million having our pants pulled down or good business? Ash, I'll come to you first.
There's no money in Europe. It's as simple as that. We decided to do business with Inter. I think Jed wanted to move more, and we didn't get in his way. Pretty much, that's the way I'm looking at it. If it was to Liverpool, Man United, different story. Do you know what I'm saying? I think like, right, what we doing? Why are we sending for so little? But I guess over there, especially in Italy, I know Spain, they might have a bit more bread. It depends on the club, but that's how I look at it. If it was any other circumstances where Europe had a bit more money, I think he would be going for more. But I guess he just doesn't want to play second fiddle to Porro after that World Cup exposure, after maybe what his camp had whispering in his ear, what he privately thinks as well. I don't think he looks at Spurs and says, right, I should be better than Spurs. I don't think he's one of them ones. I think he respects us.
I agree.
But at the same time, he's got his own career. As simple as that, bro. I don't even put anything more on it, I hope the guy does all right. Big up to his lovely sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Am I right in thinking they're all Spurs fans, his family?
Yeah, come like it. I see them at the games a few times. They were passionate. They wore the jerseys and they were friendly.
Is it?
But that's what I'm going to say about that.
Oh, yeah.
They were friendly, were they, Ash?
Hey, that's all I'm saying. Listen, that's all I'm saying. But big up to Spence, isn't it? I love him.
I could see Ash, he's dropped some tomato sauce on his top on perfect like that. Barb. All right, girls.
More like water. He was like, "Oh no, my water slipped. Oh no, I've got a wet t-shirt."
Well, it was a football show. I don't know what's happening. He asked for my opinion on football. Just give him my opinion.
You mentioned his sisters, yeah? You mentioned them.
Mia will come to you.
The whole, the whole movement. No. Okay, it's just me then. All right, cool. My bad.
No, Ash, I agree with you. Mia will come to you next. Again, same question applies.
With Spence, I feel like we only got what we obviously could get for him because maybe he wanted to leave that much. We knew that in Europe we're not going to get a lot of money, so he went for the price that we could realistically get. And he seems like a kind of guy that rates himself quite highly, so he probably does want to play. So I'm not really surprised by the fact that he wanted to get more game time. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, I feel like money's money. It don't matter what money comes in and out of the club, as long as we're doing the right thing and getting someone to replace him, which I don't think we're going to. And that's my bigger issue, more than actually what we got for him.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's fair. I mean, look, listen, for me, again, I'm kind of with Ash here. I sit and I think to myself, is there actually any shred of evidence that he genuinely wanted to leave? I mean, look, I don't know. But Rain, we'll come to you. Pants pulled down or good business, my man?
Yeah, I'm with Mia. The only thing I care about is the fact that we've now only got one right back, unless you count Archie Gray, and that we're all saying. I don't know if you're going to ask about Richarlison, but we're all saying don't sell Richarlison because then you won't have a forward. But we sold Spence, and we've only got one right back. So what's and I'm seeing a lot of the same people say like the two different things. I love this. I love. I've got this thing in my head which is called a memory. Like, I remember what people say, and like people who were quite happy that Spence was leaving. They're the ones who are going, don't sell Richarlison because we won't have any forwards.
But I think, Wayne, with the differences is that we actually have got Porro. My problem with selling Richarlison is we wouldn't actually have a no-name striker. That's the only reason. Like, I feel like it's a slightly different scenario. It's not good because we haven't got a backup, but we at least have one. If we didn't have one at all, then that would be an issue.
Well, we got Solanke.
I mean, he's injured, is he not? So he's not. We can't use
Apparently
him for the game.
Apparently, he's starting. That's what he said on his Instagram.
Yeah.
What,
crazy?
Brentford?
I mean, his Instagram. If you check his Instagram, he's like,
no.
Read it. Let me read it. Let me find it.
Go on.
We'll find it on his IG. He's got a picture of himself posing in his shirt, and he's saying, what does it say? Someone are saying that they believe when they see it, but he says almost time, and he's got a loading emoji, and he's standing there like arms crossed, like I'm the guy.
Yeah,
leaning back a little bit, like,
see it, yeah. Man.
As though we're all 3-year-olds looking up at this god.
Don't even get me started.
But that's where I am. I don't, Spence didn't fit. In terms of like an attacking fullback, wing back, whatever you want to say.
Sure.
Well, whatever his qualities are, I'm never going to be the type of person who says that somebody's shit or championship level. I do like to assess their various qualities, and his quality was not getting forwards and crossing the ball. And we've already seen that on the left-hand side, we've got that with Robertson, and Porro can definitely do it. And so I just want them to go and get another right back who can do that.
No, that's fair. Listen, this is a football talk show. At the end of the day, you got to respect opinions. Unless something batshit crazy gets said, then fine. But look, we'll move on to Romero. Now, listen, love him or hate him, okay, the guy's won 5 major trophies. I've got that written down somewhere. Bear with me. So that's 1 World Cup, 1 Europa League, 1 Oh, sorry. Yeah, 1 World Cup, 1 Europa League, 2 Copa. So where are we? Copa Americas, and Finaliesma. Anyone know what Finaliesma is? I don't. But yeah, regardless, my question is to you lot: were we shafted with Richarlison, Romero? Because for me, I mean, the guy's trophy laden, and we all know his inconsistency problems, but we're still talking about a very good defender here. And for the price of, what was it? Was it 31 million, 32 million? That's a little bit crazy for me. Again, it's just my opinion. Ash, I'll come to you.
Yeah, Romero, wants, musts, and needs. Again, another player that signed on the contract, but was on the cusp of leaving last season. Did he really want to be here? It's question marks, isn't it? Like, they show pictures and videos of him celebrating, when he came back from Argentina from his trip, obviously watching his boyhood club. Yeah, the other things to do as well, that is what it is, isn't it? But he was there for the team. I'm not here to dump on Romero at all, by the way. But
okay, interesting.
I'm not. I'm really not. But I'm one of those guys that I don't really have any emotional attachment to any player right now because of how we finished, where we finished. Like, yeah, okay, you done it for Argentina. You done it for Argentina. You won us a cup as well, and I respect that. As our captain at the time as well, he did play well. Do you know what I mean? He did turn up. So, like, I'm not gonna be like, disingenuous and say, oh, like, he's not a good player. He was a good player. He's a great player on the ball. There were times though where, brother, what are you doing? Like, he lost his head, jumping out of position, doing craziness, and cost us games at times. Certain times I saw against Nottingham Forest, the brother was walking back. I'm like, right, is it that? But look, you know what? It's a new season. He's gone, and I'm like, bro, it's time to move on. Price wise, again, I go back to that Spence point. There's not a lot of money in Europe.
Yeah.
I would have loved a lot more for him.
For sure.
Like I said at the start, must, needs, and wants. I think they looked at it. He's obviously spoke out against the club. At the time, fans were all for it because we all felt the same way and we had the same sentiments. So we were like, oh, Romero, go on, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? But just,
people turned on him for that, Ash. I never understood that myself personally.
I was why they turned on him? Because he wasn't available afterwards. Because afterwards he just did the suspension thing, and then he got injured when he come back. It was just like, oh, bro, if you're gonna do this, like, you need to stand on business and be the captain and win games for us and help us through these difficult times. But because he kind of went missing, it didn't kind of like marinate. It didn't kind of translate, in that same way, in my opinion. But yeah, listen, over the 3-4 years, 5 years, however many years it was, he's a top player for us. He's probably one of our best players. I'll be honest with you.
Without doubt. No, do you know what? It's funny, Ash. I have this debate with people all the time, and I'll just say this because we're not going to stick on him too long, but I'll say this. If you want consistency for our system, throughout a season, you'd probably pick Danso. If you're going into a final, you're only going to pick Romero, right? You're only going to pick Romero. He seems to turn up when it matters rather than consistently. So for me, that alone is enough to go. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
You need consistency, though. In my opinion, you do need. I think that costs us in the league. I remember a lot of people got rid of Ange for that reason. He said, right, you can't pick and choose and just turn up for cups, but then you're not there for the league. We're not Brentford, you know what I'm saying? Like, although we are a cup team, we do have a bit of respect. Like, we are a big six.
Of course.
Can't just be finishing mid-table or below mid-table and then winning a cup. And that's a great season. No, we're above that level. Do you know what I'm saying? But just to round up, I just think, Romero, yes, he went for too little money. But at the same time, as I said before, I just think it was getting a bit mad in terms of toxicity, in terms of their relationship with the club. And I just think they want to get that kind of out of the dressing room. And then the Zerbi just wants someone that wants to be here. And I just think they had that sit down and maybe he just said, I think it's time for me to move on.
So you're a right time sort of guy right now. Yeah, that's what you're thinking. The right time for him to leave.
Yeah, he's done his time, bro. He's done his
Yeah,
time.
no, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm with you. Like, again, I agree.
I want to be here. Do you get it? So I'm just like,
It's actually nice to talk to someone who doesn't shit talk him as much.
Hold up a sec. I don't shit talk him.
Well,
oh, sorry, man.
I was thinking that as I said it. Hold on, but then you don't shit talk him for a different reason because, somebody finds
the tats.
Yeah.
The
I've got his scarf next to my bed. Don't worry, guys. It's still there. I'm not taking it down.
What did he wear? Did he wear it?
No.
His name's enough, Ash. His name's enough.
It's his picture on it. My brother bought it for me for Christmas.
I was going to say, is it one of these things that you don't wash? I don't know.
That's
if he did wear it, I definitely wouldn't be washing it. That is very true.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Josh.
I know, but you don't say that, but there's certain men that buy underwear, dirty underwear, bro. But that's
there is.
Hey, what are you doing on this channel? No, that's not what we're about doing. Well, yeah, Belle Delphine. Was it Belle Delphine who used to sell her bath water? Do you remember? God, I mean, I never bought it. I really didn't.
Okay, yeah. There's people that buy farts in a jar. I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
It's gross. Right, listen, Mia, because I don't want to stick. I don't want to stick on Romero too long, or any of these guys, because I've had fucking enough of talking of them. A quick take from you, Mia, about Romero. Have we had our pants pulled down?
I think it was time for him to go. I think too much water under the bridge. I feel like there was too much that has been said and done. I feel we did actually put a 15% buy-on clause. So I think it's 15%, something like that. So we will, if he gets in, they do get any money for him. Maybe they won't, but we did put that in. So we could possibly get some money back as well. Okay. So I guess, yes, we didn't get much money for him, but again, I feel like it's situational. I feel like the situation was we had to get rid of him, so we didn't want to keep him around because I think that De Zerbi didn't want him back at the training ground. I feel like that he wanted him gone. So I think, he said everyone who wants to go goes, and he went, and it is what it is. I felt like it was time for him to go. I said that all along, despite me going to miss his lovely face, especially when he wears our black shirt and our suits.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, all right, fair enough. Look, Rain, take us home, buddy. I mean, will we ever miss the guy? Do you think, right, number one, did we have our pants pulled down? And number two, will it be a case of a Daniel Levy vibe where he says, you'll miss me when I'm gone? Do you think that will ever be the case with Romero?
There's a price for players coming into the Premier League, and there's a price for players who are going to clubs outside the Premier League. And that's the harsh reality of the situation. It didn't appear that there was a whole host of clubs who wanted him, although it's the driest market I can ever remember. So, and it's clear.
Well, Arsenal were taking a look, see if you remember. They were. That was a very real thing.
It sounds like agent talk to me. If I'm very honest.
No, fair enough.
Where was I? We'd already bought his replacement. In contrast to what we're doing now, it was clear that he was on his way out. A lot of fans. Well, were we a bit conflicted in the fan base when after the January transfer window he came out and for was it the third time put a little sort of dig on socials. And there was a lot of fans, a significant minority or majority, I don't know, who were like, he should be punished. I reckon at that point, both him and us, i.e. the club, had basically it's run its course, isn't it?
Of course. I agree.
And so it's time for him to move on. In terms of the price, I had a very good chat with a very good friend of mine who happens to be in the chat room, and we went through. I'm not going to name names. He knows who he is. We went through prices for players leaving, and I think his price was double mine, and I got it right. So
Jesus. Okay. No. Okay. Fair play. I mean, look. I think the general consensus is most people are fairly happy he's gone. And like Ash said earlier, he'd run his course at Spurs. Again, I feel like it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Well, we've got 2 more on transfers. There's one name that's going to pop up that I know you don't want to talk about.
Just very quickly.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the sell-on percentage is only a percentage of the profit they're going to make. I just think it's only ever a percentage of the profit. So I cannot see them selling him. If he's there for 2 or 3 years, I can't see him selling him.
No, fair enough.
35
I mean,
million.
yeah, I doubt it, right? I doubt it. It's highly unlikely. Okay, so next one is Vic. Now, I know Vic splits opinions. He's joined Juventus on loan with a 10 million buy option that is not mandatory. How do you guys feel about this one? Again, Ash, I'll start with you. Are you happy he's gone? Do you think that's good business, or where do you stand?
Yeah, Vic needs to come out. He had to come out, to be fair. He had a appalling season, didn't he? I know people will say he had an injury or whatnot that could have affected his ability on the pitch. But look, I think when we're looking at the Zerbi, he needs a keeper that kind of can play at the back. And I remember I was at the stadium and the fans were getting on to him for not kicking it properly, kicking it out.
That was the day it ruined his career at Spurs, for me personally. Yeah.
But I remember, I felt bad though, because I see his mum outside, isn't it? Being a woman.
Yeah.
I see his mum outside. I said, you know what? I felt to say to her, you know what? As bad as things are going, just keep the head up. But he was linked with a lot of moves back then. I think we messed up, man. I'll be honest with you with that whole loan situation. Napoli, I think. Was it Napoli? Yeah, I reckon it was Napoli. They offered a loan fee or something, and then we were entertaining it. Juventus caught wind of that. Then the whole Martinez thing happened, and then they pulled out last second as a ploy, I reckon. I think it was all tactics. And then that's how they got the loan out of us. Because before, we were going to get money out of it. But, yeah, I think it was just bad business. And you could say on that one, we got our pants pulled down. Because I just think the negotiations could have been a little bit. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Vicario had to go, man. He was known for his shot stopping, and I remember, was it Brighton? The ball went through his hand. I said, "No, I've had enough. I've had enough." Guys shooting from distance, and he's letting those goals have ultimately affected our league position. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain games where we were losing or drawing, or those little things matter in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, I think his head was elsewhere. He fallen out of love with the fans as well, because he was arguing what many of the players at that time were arguing with the fans. And yeah, man, overall it was just it's not good, bro.
No, fair play, and I'm with you there. I am. I mean, for me, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Vic. I always have done. I feel like he's a good keeper, but I personally feel like us as fans kind of ruined him. Mia, what's your take on Vic? How do you feel about that business?
Yeah, I've got to agree with it wasn't particularly good business at all. And the fact that it's actually a loan without the obviously obligation to buy, I feel like we're just basically kicking the can down the road a little bit, because next season, if they don't want him, then we've still got to try to sell him. So, yeah, I think that is sort of kicking the can down the road. But he did need to go. With the ball at his feet, he's not very good. We saw that many a time. That he has those moments. He had those moments way too often. When he was kicking out from the back, everybody in the stadium sort of took an inward breath. I could feel it. The whole stadium held their breath, because they were like, what's he going to do? So I think because he had so many of those moments, as much as he's a good shot stopper, I think that's not enough. I felt like the Zerbi wants somebody to play out with their feet, and I feel like Kinski's got much more of that. So it's the right decision. So as much as I do like Vic, for some of the saves that he did do, I think, like I say, there's plenty of bozo moments. I said like he's got a bit ADHD, because his mind would just go elsewhere, and then he'll just randomly kick the ball or kick it. Pretty butterfly. He'll kick the ball out of touch. Like, who the hell are you kicking it to, man? Like, who are you kicking it to?
The thing I didn't like, he did the whole Højbjerg flappy hands thing. Like he would tell people, what are you doing? Bark at them. But then when he made a mistake, wow. No accountability. I didn't like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, like I say, I feel like there was plenty of flaws that he had, so it was time for him to go. And I do think that Kinski is going to be given a chance because it's not an issue that we have to really think about now because we have got Kinski, and with the ball at his feet, Kinski is miles better. He's so much more confident, and that gives confidence to the defenders as well.
Well,
So,
both his distribution and with his feet, he's unreal. Rain, what do you make of all this, mate? Are you happy Vic's gone? Do you think the money was, where are you at with this?
I mean, we only paid what 15.
We did. To be fair,
it was hardly it's not like. Well, I guess with Romero, we're basically broke even on what
did
we
we?
paid. Yeah,
It was 50,
we only
wasn't it?
we only paid about 40 for him as well. I will never ever be able to forget Fulham, ever. It's right in line with me. It's my side of the pitch. It was on the south stand, but I would never ever be able to forget Fulham, ever. And to Psycho Teacher Spurs' point, he was just yelling and screaming at your doggy. I know it was Spence. Spence who was on that side, yelling and screaming at him and yelling and screaming at everybody else. And not once did he take accountability. And you know what? That's why he never got any better at it. You don't get better at stuff unless you actually assess what you're doing and own up to it. And so he never, ever got better. I make Mia 100% right. Kinski is way better on the ball, not because he's a better kicker, but purely because he just makes good decisions. He makes a decision whether to play it short, or sometimes he just kicks it long. And Vicario didn't seem to have that mental ability to make the right decision. He was told play it short. So like a computer program, he just played it short every single time. And it got us in so many problems. So many problems. I did have one person in a WhatsApp group say, "Oh yeah, but we wouldn't have won the Europa League without Vicario." Excuse me, he was our goalkeeper, right? He was our goalkeeper. So yeah, he was a part. But remember Mickey's goal clearing
I do.
gymnastics that only came about because Vicario couldn't catch the ball, and it bounced off his head, and then Maguire headed the ball into an empty net, and it was only because then if Mickey hadn't done what Mickey,
it was better than the goal that won us the game, right?
There is no Spurs fan in this world who would be saying that Vicario is a good goalkeeper if Mickey hadn't done what he did, and that's nothing to do with Vicario. I shed no tears for Vicario. The only problem I've got is that he's got when he comes back to us next season, still got 1 year left on his contract.
No, fair enough. Look, and I agree with most of your points. I really do. I think the last thing I'll say on Vic is, again, I've got a soft spot for him, and you are right, all of you. He does have a tendency to shout at his teammates. I can particularly remember one time where it was Bergvall, and Bergvall looked like a battered little child. Do you remember that? It was awful. However, to sort of play devil's advocate here at the same time, after a game, Vicario would be the first person to come out and say something. He'd always go and do his media duties when no one else wanted to. And I kind of looked at it, and to some extent, I had respect for him. But look, listen, it is what it is. He's gone. I hope he doesn't return, and I hope he does well for his own career, hopefully. Right. Now, this one, and again, we've only got 2 more transfer ones and we're done because I'm sick of transfers. Fuck all's happening. Spurs rejecting bids for Richarlison. Now, before I have a fucking mental breakdown, what do we make of this? This has got to be wrong, right? Because if someone offers you £10 and a packet of chewing gum for Richarlison, you take it all day long, right? I'd like to see if any of you disagree with me here. Ash, do you think we should keep Richarlison?
Oh, I thought I might get to go first this time.
Do you know what? You know what, Ash? You know what? We'll reverse the circle because I thought, should I mix this up a bit? All right, go on, Rain. You go first, mate. Sorry.
or I could go.
No, shove up your ass. I've changed it now.
So actually, no, you know what?
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But now I have to think about an opinion because I don't really know. The only problem with the offer for Richarlison is that they're not yet ready to buy another striker. That's the only that they need to go to Everton, say, think about it, give us a couple of days, and then go and do the work to get another striker in the door.
Yeah,
and then snap their hands off, because the likelihood is that Richarlison's going to play less than half a season, and you'd hope that another striker coming in the door, if they don't have an injury record, is going to play more football for us. That's what I say.
I can't. I will have a nervous breakdown if I see him at this club anymore. Really, truly. Mia, what's your thoughts on Richarlison? Do you think those reports are accurate, or do you think it's just a bit of hearsay?
Well, according to Ali Gold, it is hearsay. We didn't actually reject any offer for Richarlison. But from what De Zerbi has said, he's been a bit cryptic, right, about it, because he said, "I like him. We don't know if he wants to stay. Sometimes he wants to go. Sometimes he wants to stay." And it's a bit like, what are we doing here? I do agree that we need to get someone else in, because like I said, I don't want to cut our nose off spite our face, because I feel like that we don't know definitely that we are going to see a Solanke. And to be fair, Solanke's actually not been as good as Richarlison. I don't know what I'm saying here, but I am saying it because he does score goals. Which is a crazy thing to say. It's a mad thing. I know he needs a lot of chances, but it's a crazy thing to say. So I feel like we need to go out and make sure we push to get this other striker to then sort of push Richarlison out and say, mate, you're not getting registered, so you're going to have to find yourself another club. But will we do that?
Do you know what I see, right? Listen, right? I'm terrible for imagery. I feel like at Tottenham Hotspur, someone said to him, look, listen, you've got to go. And like kicking a puppy outside on a snowy morning, and the puppy looks back at you, and you kind of bring it back in again. Yeah, it's just how I see Richarlison. Please, God, I'll give you my house, my car. Please, just get rid of him. Ash, mate, tell me something here. Surely we're not rejecting bids for Richarlison.
I think they told him, the club told him that there's no future for you, or Robert De Zerbi did at least, because they had identified Krupi as the number 9. So when that kind of didn't materialize and he got the foot injury, whatnot, that kind of like changed things. And now they're scrambling looking for a striker, and that hasn't been resolved till now. That's what's basically happening. And that's the reason why Richie's probably changed his stance. I think in terms of the price, from what I read, between 15 and 20 million is what they offered for Richarlison.
Yeah. Sure.
But I think because he scored 13 goals last season and six assists, which is the same amount as Krupi, funny enough. And in this day and age in the Premier League, goals aren't really, there's not many like players that score like multiple goals. So if you look at Gyökeres, which was Arsenal's top goal scorer, he got 15 goals. It's only 2 more than what Richie did. But then Richie got more assists than him. So then you're like,
but to be fair, the players you've mentioned, it was both of their first seasons in the Premier League. So I suppose I would like to think that'll always dent your numbers somewhat. So I mean,
no, definitely. I'm not here trying to defend Richie, by the way. I'm just trying to give a bit of context right now. But you're right. Like the season before that, Richarlison got 4 goals. So yeah, you know what I mean? And also I think in terms of like build up play, like I think it's really essential for in De Zerbi's, the way he likes to build up. He likes a striker to kind of peel off the centre back, hold on to the ball and bring other players in. Every time I've seen Richarlison do that, he has gotten better, to be fair, but more time he's on the floor. He can't do it. He will lose it. So then that breaks down our whole attack. And I remember Johnson had the same problem. Remember, Johnson was banging goals for us at one point. He got like 18 GA or something mad. But he had the same issue. Like he couldn't hold the ball up, couldn't beat his man, couldn't even run in behind certain times. And it's like, bro, we need you to do a bit more than because we're trying to win and control games. But if you're not doing that part of the game, then it kind of hurts us. It hinders us. So yeah, man, I just think again, it's like the club are in a tough place because I just don't think, and you're probably going to get onto this, but the DOF is non-existent. I'll be honest with you, because unless they're working on things that we don't know in the background, in the dark, and that's how he does perform. But as it looks right now, we're hearing links to Mateta, we're hearing links to maybe Watkins, and then the other guy was, who else was there? There's a few other strikers we were linked with, innit? But yeah, nothing's really going on. If I'm being honest, nothing's really happening. So
no, fair enough.
The reason why Richie ain't getting done, he's not getting moved on, and we are where we are right now. I don't know if that answers the question.
Okay.
There was
if you want my personal opinion.
there was Balogun a week ago, Ash, and I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't push on that. I think that's exactly a deal.
You know what it is though? Balogun, after getting the 100 million spent on Tonali, the 85 on Fernandez, and then it's like Balogun. I get it though, profile wise, in terms of what De Zerbi wants, it's a fit. Obviously, he did
homegrown as well.
Yeah, all of that. I remember when he was talking as well on the World Cup and he spoke. I was like, right, he's English. I forgot. But yeah, it just like obviously. In Monaco, he did some numbers, not bad, but the team before that, I forgot the name of them, but he scored like something like 21 or 23 goals. So he's obviously a bagsman. But yeah, I just think the club really wanted that, I don't know, that kind of shebang, that kind of that needle move, the one where all the fans are like, oh, Spurs are serious, like we're gonna get behind it. If you get a bad, fans are gonna be like,
I think
it was supposed to be Kane, wasn't it? And just quickly, Drula, there is nothing wrong with anime, honey. Okay, all of my tattoos are anime, sweetheart. Okay, nothing wrong with a bit of anime. How dare you? Listen, okay, something I'm seeing in chat. It seems to be a recurring thing. Now, this is going to be a hot topic. Okay, quick hot take. In your opinions, I just want to do this quick because I want to wrap up this fucking nonsense transfer shite. Who's better, Richarlison or Solanke? So look, listen, I'll start really quickly. With Solanke, when he first came to Tottenham, he got 16 goals in all competitions and a couple of assists, if I'm not mistaken. He looked okay. Bear in mind, Ange was playing him very, very deep at the time. So there is that to consider, right? And he's been seriously injured. But in terms of who do you lot think is actually better, just a quick take. Who would you go with, Richie or Solanke? Mia, we'll start with you first.
Oh, Joe, it's really difficult because if I was rating about output, it'd have to be probably Richie because I think that he does give you that output. But if you're talking about technically as a footballer, it has to be, I think, Solanke, because I do think that he is better because you see like the touch that that Richie has, he's just not technically a very good footballer. So yeah, I think that I'd probably say Solanke. Okay,
fair enough. Ash, I'll come to you.
Yeah, same with me. Solanke's a better footballer, isn't it? Clearly.
Overall.
It's as simple as that. But I think with Richie, he's got the passion, he's got the energy, he's got the shithousery. When it comes to Arsenal, always bantering them, he's bantering other teams. You kind of want that.
But that don't make up for being a shit player, though.
What I'm saying is, Solanke is very placid. He's too laid back. As a striker, you need that fire in your belly to get it. That's why Richarlison is in the box, causing havoc on the centre back, shit in the air. That's what you meant to do. You meant to chat shit to the centre back in the air, wild them up. Tony used to do. But like he's in the right positions more times. Sorry, Mia, go on.
Joe, I would say as well to add to that, you see, Richie, he's got that little bit of arrogance, and although he's got no reason really to have that arrogance, he kind of does got it in it. Where Solanke don't got that, he don't have that about him.
No offense, big up to my brother. Like he did the righteous thing, did the whole gospel, got married, did the right thing, but. He's too busy making anime movies. I need you to be banging goals. I need you to be a bit wrecky. You know what I'm saying? Part that to one side. Put the Bible, John 13. Put that down for 1 second. I need man to be wrecky in the box. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I feel it. 100%. So maybe if we can combine the two, we might have some sort of play. You never know. Rain, what's your take? Who do you deem as better for the team, Richie or Solanke?
I thought you were going to ask me which was better, Demon Slayer or JJK. Is what
my boy. You know,
Oh, God.
little didn't fuck. You never judge a book by its cover, ladies and gentlemen. Never judge a book by its cover.
And by the way, Druda, you need to go and watch some Demon Slayer. And
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to next time get my kids on the stream with you because they'll have a good conversation about anime with you because I'm not into that stuff, but they certainly are.
I mean, I'm old school. I'm Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, but I'm not going to go any further than that. All right. But yeah, you're old, man. It's not good, right?
It's just so difficult, isn't it? Because how do you judge Solanke? He's, the majority of what we saw him was underage, and we were just so, even though we were all attacked, we were just so toothless. And then he's been injured. That's just the thing that I got with both of them. They've just been injured constantly, and they just need to find a way to stay on the pitch. Look, you got to respect what you said. Put the two together. One is great outside the box. The other one's got
by a striker,
well, exactly, but by a proper striker. The other one's got a tennis racket on the bottom on the end of his leg. And the thing I will say about Solanke, do you remember Man City at the end of the season?
Yeah.
And Conor Gallagher pegged it down the right-hand side, crossed it across. And for it was one of those rare times that Solanke was actually in the box and he finished. And
it was like a breath of fresh air at the time. I remember that.
That's why I'm saying it's so hard to judge him, because I just want him to do that. He can do the stuff outside of the box, but he needs to get in the box, more than I've seen him. So I just don't know.
He's everywhere, mate. He's what's the word? Not omnipotent. What is it?
I would say that he's more of a YouTube slag, but that's just me. And I'm common.
I prefer the word hobo.
Hobo.
YouTube hobo.
Yeah, because he's homeless.
Just looking for a home.
Yeah, he don't have a YouTube home.
I just keep on other people's sofas.
Right, I'll tell you what we do, because we're going to get away from transfers. We've got one more transfer stuff to go through. Okay, now I'm sick of saying his name. We all know who it's going to be. Right, Savinho. Okay, I am sick and fucking tired of this saga. I've seen every excuse from Timbuktu to fucking London. Listen, he wants the club want him, but seemingly it looks like I do want him. We're not going to talk about that. If he joins, I've got such a great video set up for it. Oh my god! Look,
is it 18? Is it 18 plus kind of video?
It is 18 plus. It's not going to be pretty. It's a dog, a pigeon, and Savinho and me. It's not good. Look, with Savinho. So, like I was saying, the board seemingly don't want their pants pulled down over the deal. But what I want to ask you is, so Manchester City are asking supposedly for 80 million. Now, is this a case of, number one, is he worth that money? And number two, if Spurs want him, should they just shut the fuck up and dance and pay the money? So I'll come to you first, Ash.
Yeah, no.
What's your take on that?
Not worth 85, bro. What are we doing there, man? 100 million euros is crazy. Like, for what? 3 goals in the Prem? That's a mad thing, I can't lie. But at the same time, we've been overpaying. We overpaid for Fernandes. We overpaid for Tonali.
City with Anderson as well. That's probably what.
You know what? Do you know what? I think whoever we go for, we're gonna overpay. I think every club will bump us, but especially City, because of what we did to them, and they're still hurting. Their chairman their director of football, sorry, he's mad as hell from that Kane business. You know how we scarred them against Kane? He ain't letting that one up. It's as simple as that, and he's making us suffer. So it's nothing really to do with the club, because obviously you do have the Prem tax. I get it, and I do hear that you know, we are desperate because we finished 17th twice, and we're trying to get out of it. And we're doing this whole Prem proven. I get it. And if you look outside of Savinho, you're like, oh, but there's other wingers. But you just have to think, all right, if we went to Europe, and I think we'd get bumped in Europe as well. I think people would like. So people talk about Nusa, all right, for example, or Rafael Leao. There's two different occasions. I think with Nusa, because of his injury record and his history, and the fact that he almost went to Brentford but failed the medical, and then ever since he's gone to RB Leipzig, his injury record's not been great either. Jack Grealish, again, injury like the first 6 months. Grealish looks tight, looks ready. He always does this, has a banging little preseason, looks ready. Oh, yeah, get Grealish. Then halfway through, it's like a Maddison, bro. Him and Maddison, they don't look after them. I don't know what they're doing, but gambling, drink it out, no. But them men are always injured. Then you look at Rafael Leao, he can't press to save his life. He'll do the recovery run and try to win the ball back. But in terms of pressing, he's weird, bro.
He's lazy. Do you know what?
Way he runs is weird, like compared to when he runs with the ball. Like on the ball, like he's a demon, but off the ball,
lightning.
Like it's mad. I can't quite figure it out. But like, yeah, there's a whole heap of things. So every player I could think of is like a little downfall, apart from my guy and Die. And that's my guy in it. That's the guy I want.
And Die, okay.
And Die, yeah. But people are like, oh, he ain't got no output last season. But I know why he hasn't got output last season. But anyway, that's the next show.
I say the same thing about Savinho, though. I watch Savinho regularly, and I say the same thing about him. So I think
Savinho's more of a creator. I think there's like two different types of like you got your inverted winger / inside forward, more of a striker. So a player I would say as an inside forward is more like a gap pole, yeah. Or you know, for Brentford, they've got what's his face with the afro. Sade, right? We were linked to him on Thomas Frank. Hate him, yeah, but his output is there. Like, look at his numbers from last season and the season before last. Sade's output is. I just don't like him. Stylistically, I hate him.
Ash, he's my boy. He's my boy. Ash, at the start of the window, I was telling everyone we should just go and get Sade. It'll cost us 50-60 mil, and we'll get him in the door, and he'll be a squaddy, and he'll give us 10 to 15 GA guarantee.
Not anymore. He would have cost us 60 million, but
no, obviously not. That was at the start of the window.
You think it'd be more?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Premier League club is bumping us. I think every Premier League club looks at us.
He's just scored a hat-trick as well for him in the pre-season.
I don't care. Sade is just like, if you rate
Sade, he's the one.
If you rate Sade, then Gakpo must be, I don't know, he must be heaven. He must be the heavenly father.
No, I just rate his output. I just want output. I just
but it's context, though. Because then just take Johnson back. Then. Just take Johnson back.
For me, it's a money ball.
Come on now.
Moneyball window, mate. It's a moneyball window.
Don't you find that typical though? Tottenham Hotspurs, when they decide to show up and start flashing the cash like they're in a strip joint, the market is insane.
Well, it's a seller's market right now. It's a seller's market. It's not a buyer's market.
It is.
That's what we're getting after like that. Go on. So
it's tough.
We'll finish up Savinho. I think they will do it because the Zerbi he wants it. But if they don't do it, bro, like it's mad. Because Langer, like I said, he ain't got the alternatives. I don't know the scouts what they're doing. Everyone's just panicking, and because they're panicking, nothing's getting done, in my opinion, right now. But as I said, I'm speculating because I don't know what's behind the scenes. I don't know if they're going to pull something.
Of course, and that's what we can do. All we can do is speculate. Right, Rainer, I'll come to you, buddy. Pass or shut up and dance? What are you saying, pal?
I think. Oh, by the way, Sade, same as Semenyo last season. We last summer, everyone slept on Semenyo. Then he had a good game against Liverpool, and everyone's like, Semenyo's actually quite good. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I've been telling you.
Yeah.
And then we went, Semenyo, you want to come to us? And he went, no, I'm going to see. I think hell hath no fury like a rich man who has been scorned, like a super rich man who has been scorned.
Worse than a woman, Rain. Worse than a woman.
No, maybe. We should not.
You want to watch yourself. You want to watch yourself, yeah?
It's the saying, Mia. It's the saying.
We should not be relying on doing a deal with City. They clearly are. They're waiting to go. They're waiting to do the old handshake.
I read it was Levy's fault. I blame Levy.
What do you mean? Joe, what I would say, Ash, right, is that you're going to take the money that they offered for him, man. Like, come on.
I think there's loads of. I think there's loads of options that we should. There was more options at the start. We're at the point where we need bodies, so they need to pull their finger out and actually just get some work.
Yeah, but Ray, do you think it would have been cheaper at the start of the window? Because I felt like we went in for Savinho quite. I thought we went in for Savinho quite early, and even Krupi. I think Krupi was one of our first ones we went for.
Yeah, but 100%. 100% deals in general would have been cheaper at the start of the window. Everybody knows, Spurs fans think that clubs are stupid. They know we're desperate.
You've got to pay premium, you know that, to get the player. That's why it was like 90 to 100 million. Do you remember?
What are you talking about?
Remember? When we went for Krupi, he was like, brother, he was like 80, they were like 18 or 19 or 100.
Well, yeah, but Krupi in comparison to Savinho is no contest, is it?
No, but I'm saying, you're saying go early, but I'm saying every time we've gone early for a player, we had to pay the premium. We went early for Fernandes, we had to pay premium.
Yeah, but okay, Fernandes, we were competing against.
No, but forget all of that. Their price was their price. When you go, that's what it is. When you go early, remember that's why Levy used to leave it till late. Sorry, Mia. Sorry, I know you're on mute.
I don't think.
The reason why Levy left late was he was trying to drive down the price.
Yeah, remember, I don't think it's that type of market. I think we're talking about a market from 10 years ago. Then we're talking about a market from when Premier League clubs, if they were underneath, 8th, if they were 9th and below, then they were taking money. Premier League club, I disagree.
You see, Anderson, Man City went for Anderson early,
but they paid 120 million for him.
They had to pay the money. Forest weren't having it. Do you know what I'm saying? They weren't having it.
But the point,
even like last season when we went for Gibbs White, we went from pretty early, right? They still were like, 60 million, and then they changed the goalpost. Point is, look, Man City be moving the goalpost because they agreed 60 million 1 point, and then they changed it to 65, then they moved it to 70. They keep moving the goalpost, bruv. So I don't really think it's on the club. I'll be honest with you. I don't listen. There's time to critique the club, and I'm with you. Like, go early. Like, I hear it. I was one of those people like saying from day dot, why do we take so long to get these deals done? Go early, put the bread down, done, finish. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just see the way City are moving. And I think the chairman, I think he's got it in for us. I'll be. I
don't think he's got. Yeah. I'm patient, right? I don't think Savinho has got anything to do with timing. I just don't think they want to sell him to us. That's plain and simple. Whether it's us or they just don't want to sell him, I don't know. But I just don't think they want to sell him to us. Otherwise, the deal would have been done by now, right?
Yeah,
the deal would have been done by now. Now, in terms of we've overpaid, one second. In terms of we've overpaid, we certainly went and just paid the money that the Newcastle wanted. We certainly went and just paid the money that that West Ham wanted. At the time, those fees didn't sound outrageous in terms of the market. With Anderson going for 116, we're paying 85, we're paying, and there was rumours of other deals going on, 60, 70. We were being offered 55 for Bergvall, for crying out loud, right? Which is only 30 below Fernandes. I mean, Come on, right? It didn't look like it was bonkers. The problem is that this is why it's a problem, Ash. It's such a dry market that everyone who's already got a squad doesn't, they're going to look at somebody coming in to buy their player and go, okay, we're going to have to replace him. How are we going to replace him in a market where no one's selling? That's what they're going to do. That's why I think we're in a problem, is because it's everybody's looking and nobody's selling, and so therefore nobody wants to sell.
What would you do, bro? Like with the whole situation with Savinho?
I would invest some money in a time machine. I'd go back to the start of the transfer window. I honestly don't know what I think they've kiboshed themselves. I think they're in a real state. You've got to go and look. Liao was being talked about as being available. Go and test it. Yeah, go and test it. If he was available 2 or 3 weeks ago.
But there's clearly a problem there, though, because Saval, who the fuck is Saval? Saval. I have combined Savinho and Liao. Yes, indeed, fantastic player. Good God. Listen, the guy is supposedly available for 50 million euros, right? And there are no takers but Saudi. I mean, that's got to suggest something, right? Because a few years ago, Liao was hot property. Everyone wanted your boy, everybody, But for me, guys, I don't know. Like I've always said it, I watch a lot of Serie A football, and I can tell you this much. What you see in the highlight reels with Liao is not what you get week in, week out. I'm telling you that much. It's not what you get. So for me, I've always been a little bit skeptical about it. I mean,
Benji, the game's changed. Like you see, Barcelona, they went for Gordon for a reason. Now, Gordon, in my opinion, on the ball is not the same level as Rafinha, for example. They had a chance to re-sign everyone's favorite Rashford, who's now staying at Manchester United. But why is that? They went for him because off or out of possession play, he is a demon. Like he's pressing, his work rate. That's what they need. And they realize that because PSG, that's the way they press when they haven't got the ball. It's the reason why they got so far in the competition and ended up winning it. You've seen it with Arsenal against Man City, the way they press off the ball. That is what it is right now. Like teams and managers, coaches, they're looking for players that are going to work hard. And that's why, like, your number 10s, for example, are dying out. Like your traditional number 10s.
Yeah.
He wants players that are going to work as a unit, press. And Liao doesn't give you that off the ball. That was my original point. So yeah, it's mad. But look, I'm gonna let Mia speak, otherwise she's not gonna get a chance, man.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
We're desperate. We've got one left winger. We've got one striker.
That's it.
Yeah, we got that's the other thing about leaving it till the end of the window. If you're in a position of strength, fine, leave it till the end of the window. Play the market. If you're in a position of weakness, leaving it till the end of the market, economics 101. Your demand is high and the supply is low. The price is high.
Savinho was in the last minute. I think they stuck on him maybe for too long. Maybe that's.
But that's a Man City, but we can just put that in a Man City bucket, right? That's nothing to do with timing. That's just us dealing with Man City. But us leaving the getting it done, whether that's moving on from Savinho or just going to City and going, look, here's 90 million. Let's just do this, right? We want this player. We're gonna give you 30% more than he's worth. So just give us the player. Whatever. The point is, we are now high demand, low supply. If you know anything about economics, that means your price is through the roof.
No, for sure. Well, look, listen, let's get off this topic as soon as humanly possible. Mia, I will come to you for the last time. Listen, Savinho, shut up and dance or move on?
I think that we should just move on. I'm really fed up with it. I'm fed up with his damn name being in my mouth. I'm just fed up with it. Joe, I worked it out. In the time the time that it's taken to get this done, Joe, what? In that time, I almost had both of my children. in that time because they're obviously close together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I almost had 2 babies in the time that it's taken us to get Savinho sorted. This is ridiculous. We should say, this is what we're going to pay you, accept it or don't, and walk the heck away.
And move on. Yes, I agree.
Just move on, because I am so, like, we're like that guy who's going round to the girl, like, in the bar, and he's like, let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. And you're like, nah, I don't want the drink. Let me buy you 2 drinks. I'll buy you this and I'll do this. No. And if they say no, just walk away in it. Don't be a beg. Don't be begging it. Just walk the heck away. Like, no.
I mean, do you know what? Do you know what, though, Mia? Die Hard makes a good point here. Would we still be in for Savinho if a deal wasn't possible? So, I mean, I don't know.
I think because, Joe, what, there is some guys out there that will pursue you, even if they've got absolutely no chance. Even if you said no 10 times, they still will pursue you. And that's Tottenham right now. So I don't know, because they're saying they don't.
Hold on, we're the ugly wingman at a bar. Is that what you're trying to tell me with Spurs are? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm kind of saying that we are.
Oh, boys, we're the ugly wingman. Great.
So I just think that we need to give it up, man. Just give it up and go for somebody else. There's got to be someone else. There's players out there. I feel like wingers are probably easier to get than a striker. So I feel like there is other wingers out there that we could get. So I don't know why we keep hanging on for this Savinho deal, man. I'm just bored of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick. And Joe, if he does come, I'm going to be the most unbothered by this signing that I've ever been about a Tottenham signing. I'm just going to be like, meh. I don't care at this point. I actually don't care.
So you're saying it's been going on so long at this point, you've taken all the fucking joy out of it. Right, okay.
Yes,
no, I'm with you. I'm actually with you. Yeah, and you know how much I love the guy, so...
Yeah, that's how I feel, like, honestly.
Oh. Right, well, you'll all be pleased to know we're not going to speak about the same 5 fucking people anymore. This is good news, everyone. Let's celebrate. What I want to move on to, okay? Now, listen, pre-season is over. And the questions I want to ask is, did we get what we wanted out of pre-season? Did we see what we wanted to see? Do you think the style under De Zerbi has changed? Now, instead of going round and round in a circle, if anyone wants to take the floor, go ahead.
Do you know what it is? I think it was a different type of pre-season because of the caution and the kind of care that they're taking with the senior players. We've had so much injuries of last seasons. I think they wanted to approach this completely different. I remember De Zerbi came and he said, look, I'm going to take the job, but I need to investigate this club properly. I need to know everything. I actually want someone to come in and actually look at the training ground, the stadium, a whole heap of things. And then I was hearing like Linden, basically, they're doing each player, they're meant to have their own sports scientists, their own physio, and they're trying to take care with each player rather than
which is a good thing, right?
Have like an overall, doctor, for example. So I think that's the reason why you haven't seen a lot of the players playing. That's the reason why people are like, oh, what's going on with Solanke? What's going on with Madison? What's going on with Kudos? Kudos, is he even fit? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of them are doing work in the gym privately, but they're training together. They're doing their own training work. So I wouldn't.
But that will be detrimental to the team, though, when Brentford turn up. That's all I'm worried about.
A lot of things I think is behind closed doors that we're not seeing, but everything we are seeing is like maybe the younger players. Because I feel like when I'm watching the preseason, it felt like training I was watching. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. It didn't feel like a pre-season actual friend. I know that we went to Australia and that, but even those games, it didn't really feel like this is going to be the team that comes out against Brentford, in my opinion. So I don't know behind the scenes when the first 11 is actually playing, if they're moving it a bit different, if they, his chemistry's been. I remember Papa Sarr and Fernandez before that game they played against Hoffenheim. They had a close behind the doors game against the under-21s, and apparently they played really well. Apparently, so that was a small rumor. So there's certain things that we're not privy to that we don't watch on Spurs Play, for example, for those who have it. We don't really know what's going on until we see it on against Brentford. Then we can all be like, you know what, these losers, what were they doing? We wasted the whole preseason. This is why we can have it out then. But until then, it's a bit of an unknown for me.
Yeah, fair enough. So do you think, guys, again, it's the whole panel here. Do you think De Zerbi got what he wanted from that pre-season?
Probably not, because I think that he had to be cautious with players. So he maybe didn't get quite what he wanted, and with the World Cup disrupting it as well. But I think that what we probably saw was just players getting minutes and him sort of trying to work what he wants to do. We definitely saw more of that, of what we think he's going to probably be doing. I just wonder if he's trying to keep it a bit hush hush, because some people were saying we've not, pre-season doesn't matter, no one cares, and then they're using that for Brentford.
I don't agree with that.
Well, and people were saying obviously, but Brentford, they won. Was it 7-0? They won. Yeah. So like people were saying, oh, but they smashed it 7-0. So I mean, you can't have it.
Hat trick from Ash's Sade.
And by the way, we went like under Martin Yol a whole season undefeated, and then we had a shit season. Oh, was it Ramos? Sorry. Oh yeah, Ramos.
It was.
Ramos, yeah. Listen, I don't think pre-season makes any difference. I feel like pre-season you don't really learn much. I feel like it's more of a fitness thing. He was being cautious with players, so I don't think we can say we can take much from it, can we? Let's be honest.
No, fair enough. All right, well, look, Rain, what did you take from pre-season?
I think Psycho Teacher has mentioned something that hasn't been mentioned yet. World Cup, it's easy to forget, right? We've transitioned in football from must be match fit, right? In like the 90s and noughties, everything was about getting a player match fit, right? They had to have games to get match fit, they had to wind up. And now we're all the way over the other side, which is rest, fatigue management. Yeah, like Ash said, Lewington and clearly De Zerbi as well are throwing money and resources at managing this squad, and can you blame them? I think every penny they cannot spend enough money on trying to keep players on the pitch, because if we end up like last season, at one point we knew exactly what team Frank was going to put out, because he only had 11 senior players. It was just a question, where are they going to play on the pitch, not who. And we can't be in that position again. And that is all that pre-season's been about. All that pre-season's been about is not getting players injured and not overplaying any players. And I presume that Adrian's right, and behind closed doors, they're doing a lot of shapes. Yeah, you do. We are seeing the shapes. We are seeing Senesi at the weekend having balling out Bergvall, because Bergvall fell into an old trap of coming far too deep in to collect the ball, and Senesi's like, no, it's me and my boy Van Heck. You guys need to.
Yeah, you can crack on.
You guys need to get up there. We're gonna give you the ball. We're gonna do a proper 20-yard pass to you. So it's those things. It's just I don't know what pre-season is anymore. It used to be when I was a kid in the 80s, right? Pre-season, we used to regularly see QPR at my non-league club, regularly, and various others. They used to go and do tours of local clubs, and these days, like the whole Australia trip, I should have gone and done the numbers, but it really did feel like they spent more time in the air than they did on the training pitch.
No, I'm with you. Look, listen, for me, this pre-season, I agree with you guys. It's been a strange one. It's certainly not your usual pre-season. And what I have taken away from it, at least myself, is that you can see new patterns of play opening up, which I am so relieved to see. The only sad thing is, and I'm not going to get onto the fucking subject, but the only sad thing is we don't have the quality up front to do what he wants us to do, you know. So I mean, you know, we've done all right against lower opposition, of course, but that ain't going to fly in the Premier League, boys and girls. It's really not. So, you know, it's been a strange one, but I suppose at the end of the day, you can only take what you can take from it. But listen, I'll move on to the next one. So listen, I wanted to ask you guys, right? And I want you to really think about this. Are Tottenham Hotspurs as a club right now in a better position? Now, bear in mind, we've got Brentford bearing down on us, and we all know that's not a nice place to go. Okay, their home record last season was fantastic. So they're bearing down. But what I wanted to ask is, are we in better shape now than what we were last season? So you got to remember, last season, at this point, we had Paulinho, Xavi, Kudus, Mawani. To me, it felt like at the time we were a bit better prepared for the season. Ash, I'll come to you first on this one, mate. Do you feel we're better prepared now for Brentford than we were last season?
You know what's a weird one, because yeah, as you just mentioned, the front line we had Kudos fit, raring to go. Obviously, Richarlison was up top, and
a seemingly good player in Mawani. That's what we thought at the time. He had 16 games and 8 goals for Juventus. We thought we might have something, maybe.
Yeah. And obviously, I think was Johnson still there at the time? I think Johnson might have still been there. But anyway, the midfield was a little bit lacking. I think it was Saw, Bergvall, and Archie Gray, and it was like, oh, how's that going to work? But yeah, I think up top anyway, because Kudos was a new signing. Xavi, we just got in as well. Like, it felt a bit better because we did miss out on the Eze. I think the Eze deal was the one that kind of shocked a lot of people, but Xavi coming in kind of brought it all the way back round, in my opinion. And so, like, going into it, it was Thomas Frank. He was meant to be the coach. You know what I mean? He was meant to be the one that was the halfway house between defense and attack, a bit more pragmatic. We weren't going to be all out attack, so we wouldn't get caught in transition. So yeah, going into it, and we just came off the Super Cup as well. We came off a loss, but it was on penalties, and the way we kind of lost was a little bit concerning, because obviously we were 2-0 up, and then, you know, we conceded 2 goals at the last bit. But I think overall the fan base were quite excited to see what would happen going into it. Some people wasn't over Ange, but going into it, I guess, looking at the squad at the time, we thought, yeah, we had more than enough to kind of take this team further forward. So yeah,
it's a concern. It's a concerning topic, isn't it? If you actually think about it, it's not as cut and dry as you think it would be.
I think last season we were a bit more, I don't know, not complete, but because we had the attack, we brought attacking additions that we were happy with. Like, Kudos was a big deal at the time. So yeah, maybe we were looking forward to it a bit more.
Yeah, do you know what? I think I agree. Mia, Rain, have you got any input on that? Are we better off now than we were at the start of last season?
I would probably say no, just purely because I feel like the only one that the places that we have actually improved a bit more, and well, quite significantly in my eyes, is probably midfield. So I don't think up front we've actually improved significantly. I feel defensively, perhaps people might say about Romero because he's inconsistent. So yeah, okay. But we've obviously lost Spence and haven't replaced him. We've got injured Adogi, and obviously with Robertson, he's good, but going forward, but he's not getting back. Obviously, is a bit more tricky. Yeah. So when you look at the team overall, would I say we're in a better position? No Maddison either. No, I wouldn't say that we actually are. So I'd probably say last season, overall, with the whole team, I feel like it was more balanced than what it is right now with what improvements that we've made.
It just doesn't make sense because, guys, we've finally, for the first time in probably our lifetimes, gone out and done something we've never done as a club. We've gone out and we've bought those players. Those players. We haven't fucked around. We've gone out and bought those players. Players that other teams actually wanted. You know what Spurs are like. We are bargain bucket FC. That's what we are. That's what we've been. It's awful. But this time round, we go and break the bank. We've made some very, very, very respectable signings. Yet I'm kind of sat here thinking, are we as well equipped as we were last season? Ryan, what do you make of it?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I think people overrate how good we were, how ready we were last season. If I'm brutal about it,
Okay.
you know, we let Sonny go, and we still only had Tell out left. We got Xavi in, and you know, as a can play on the left. Frank clearly said it. You know, can play on the left if needs be, but he's not a winger. He's not a winger. He's an
not, but he's
inside.
played most of his games on the wing, believe it or not.
No. He's played most of his games inside left, inside forward on the left hand side. Not a wing. So if you got thirds right on each side of the pitch, you know, and 1/3 is outside of the penalty area. The next third is just inside the penalty area, and then the next third is right smack bang in front of goal. Xavi is playing in that second third, and that's where he played all of his Leipzig career. It's not as a 10; it's as an inside left forward. That's where he played.
Yeah.
But what De Zerbi wants is somebody to play in the first third. He wants somebody to play as a proper out and out winger. That's what he wants. So we are in a better position because Tonali and Fernandes in midfield. We've got players now. In central midfield last summer we got Paulinho. But apart from Paulinho, we had what? Then the next one, Bentancur. Bentancur is now like 4th on the list, right? So you know we've definitely upped our game. I think in Robertson we've got a player. If he plays half the season, that's great, but he can actually play. We're yet to see. People are yet to remember that Porro is a decent right wing back. It'll be interesting to see how he teams up with Van Hecker. The only reason why we're losing out is because of up front, and if they can ease Mo Kudus back onto the pitch, and you know, and get him playing, and if they can somehow get some games out of Kulusevski alongside Maddison, then you know we will definitely be a better team than last season, right? Where you know if Lewington can do what he's doing and keep players on the pitch, we're not finishing 17th. I can't see us finishing 17th.
I agree.
Right, but this, you know, so if we finish 14th, I reckon we're somewhere around 12th at the moment, right? But that goes up considerably as soon as you get a few more bodies. That's what we're hoping for them to do. If they get another left winger as a body, right? If they get another striker, then all of a sudden, you know, we haven't got that risk factor of what happens if Tell gets injured.
Yeah, there is that.
Mia, do you want to take this or shall I go?
You can go, no worries.
Join in whenever you're ready. I'm not too sure because I hear what Ray's saying, but I'm looking at that front line could potentially start against Brentford. Kudus could potentially not start. So it could be Mikey Moore on the right wing. Tell on the left wing, right? And then up top, it's between Richarlison and Solanke, which obviously we saw last season, right? But
the same.
It will be the same toothless attack, but worse.
No, last season when we played Burnley, we had Kudus that started. So for me, that's you've got your output there. You've got someone that can create goals and can score goals. And then it was Johnson. No matter what we say about Johnson, he had output. Everyone's screaming for output. Johnson was the output guy. So for me, going into it, yes, the midfield wasn't as strong, and I agree with you because, as I said before, you look at Star, Bergvall, and Gray in the midfield. It's not quite the same as a Tonali and
it's true.
Fernandes. We could probably control a game a lot better, but in terms of like goal threat, being a menace, I think I think we edged it last season. I'll be honest with you, going into the first game.
I agree.
Just to be clear, my caveat was if we can get Kudus, if we
Yeah. I know that's
there was a lot of caveats there.
I heard it. I did hear it. I did hear the caveat.
No, of course, but sure. As it stands, I would very much agree with. Yeah. I would agree with you. I mean, right now, okay, so I feel like we're better suited last season because as of right now, realistically, and I'm sure you guys will agree here, we've got no number 10, by the way. We need right back cover. We need a new number 10. We need at least 2 wingers. 1 winger will not be enough, okay? And a striker. That's 5 positions we desperately need to cover. You know, so for me, I know it wasn't great last season, but for me, I'm not convinced we are better placed to go against Brentford than we were last season at the start. It's very concerning, which is what's going to lead me on to my next point, and it's about money. Right, guys. This is a bit of a topic, and we've only got 2 more before we wrap up. But I will say this, right? So our net spend is 46 million, right? 46. That's it. Are we in danger? I'm going to say it. Are we in danger of going back to the old ENIC ways? Have we had the wool pulled over our eyes? I, for one, now I'll use a word: panic meter. Okay, that's the word of the day. Panic meter. Right now, I ain't going to lie to you lot. I am starting to panic because we're going into a season with 1 winger. I mean, I'm convinced that Mikey's going to go out on loan. I would imagine so anyway. It's all been done. It's just stalled, I think. But we're going into a season with 1 winger and 2 donkeys up front. So, you know, the question is, 46 million net spend, is there a possibility that ENIC haven't really changed? I know they've made different moves. I get that. But as it stands, we've spent less this time round than we have done for about 5 seasons. Anyone wants to take the floor, go ahead.
ENIC 2.0 are making new same mistakes.
Okay, interesting.
So they're not making the old mistake of being frugal, which is where we were before. 42% wage to revenue ratio, not spending more than a certain amount on players, arguing over every penny. They're not doing that. They're making new same mistakes.
Sure.
Staying in deals too long, not controlling negotiations, not doing what ultimately is the most powerful thing in a negotiation, which is to walk away when it's clear a deal isn't being done. They're doing that now consistently. They're also, I've said this on a couple of other streams, they're also falling into the trap of perfect being the enemy of good. So if you can't get the best player that you need in the January transfer window, you go and get another left winger, even if it's for 6 months. And they didn't do that, and we scraped by 2 points, staying up in the league, and they're doing the same again. It's clear, everything looks like they put all of their eggs in the Savinho basket, and that's a mistake.
It comes across to me like arrogance, Rain, that you've assumed you're going to get your man, and there's no contingency plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Blinkers.
Yes. Blinkered. Yes.
I don't know. It's something, but they're doing it consistently, and that's what I look for. I look for consistent behaviour. Yeah, that's what I look for. Are they going to do it again and again and again? And that's what I'm seeing.
It's concerning. Mia, what are your thoughts? Are we having the walls pulled over our eyes? The walls? The wall.
Wall. God, learn to speak, will ya?
I know. It's Scott Amos. He's put me off my fucking game.
Because you know you're going to cry about Savio if you don't come. So for me, I think I'm not concerning myself with money about this net spend because I don't think any other team worries about net spend. When players get sold, no one's worrying about it in big teams. Like that's not what we should be concerning ourselves with. It's like what Rain said. It's about the intention of what they're actually doing. They did all these big wages, went in for players, got them quick and done it, but then it stalled. And I think that's obviously where people are concerned because that intention seemed to be there at the beginning. A bit like I likened it to, when you go to school for the first day, your tie's all straight, you've got your shirt all tucked in, you've got your pencil case full, and then like a couple of days later, you can't find your pencil sharpener, your shirt's untucked, you're going with like your tie a bit wonky, because the first day you're like trying to present yourself to be like the best version of you because it's a new school year. So that's what you're trying to do. And that's what I kind of feel like it was with them at first, perhaps. They've not continued to show that intention. When it comes to the money, like I say, I don't care about net spend because every time you're going to buy players, inevitably you're going to probably sell players. So that doesn't concern me at all. I'm not worried about that. I'm not an accountant. I'm a football fan. So for me, it's about intent more than anything.
I bet you were rolling your skirt up. I bet you were.
No, I was actually a good girl, and also my blazer. It didn't actually need adjusting because my mum had to fold it up because I didn't grow from when I was 12. Literally, the same thing fitted me for a long time because I didn't actually grow. I stayed at 4'11" when I was about 12.
My boys' blazer barely lasts 6 months.
Yeah, my boys' stuff as well. My boys' their trousers, their shoes, everything doesn't last. But no, me, I was so short that nothing really did that for me because I didn't really grow. But they say that everybody grows until they're perfect, and I was just perfect before everybody else.
All good things come in small packages, Mia. Yeah, all good things come in small packages.
Exactly that.
That's why I'm fine at being 5'9". Ash, what are your thoughts on this whole new ENIC 2.0 and the 46? The 46?
What is that with you?
I don't know.
It's just the Savinho thing. It's really got to you.
That's all I can think about. Blinking on Savinho.
I've got in his head, Mia. I've got in his head.
The £46 million net spend. What are you saying, Ash? Talk to me, pal.
What these lot said, pretty much echo. I'll be real.
Yeah.
But let me do the YouTube thing, just to spice it up.
Yeah, go on. Start an argument. I'm sure Mia called you saying a minute ago.
Yeah, let's go. On the other hand, what if the club go out and they do buy these wingers? Do you know what I'm saying? What if Barcola gets done for Liverpool?
Yeah.
And call me crazy, they soften their approach for Gakpo because now they've got their winger in, and we're able to get, a player in, and it's the output everyone wants. Everyone says output. Like,
yeah.
Are we still screaming ENIC 2.0? And then with Savinho, let me see if I can turn this one as well. I'm trying my best.
I'm impressed so far, mate. You carry on. You're doing great, Ash.
I actually wonder, Ash. If we got another player and seemed less desperate, I wonder if Man City would then go, "Oh, okay, we'll do a deal with you."
Yeah, this is what I was going to say as well.
You've got to play hard to get in it in the bar. You can't just be begging it. You've got to be like playing hard to get in it.
Why do we always come back to this?
I was going to say, what if they're waiting, like, same way like City are trying to do the waiting game, Spurs are doing the waiting game for Savinho, and then eventually they pull the trigger and they try to go for their player, because as the window wheels on, if you think about City, you've got Jack Grealish that can play left wing, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Doku's come out with an injury, but because Doku's come out with an injury, Jack Grealish now he can prove himself as a left winger for Maresca, his system, because he's not slightly different to Pep's. So you've got that one. I'm not saying Foden plays left, but they've got a few other options that can rotate. They can change their system slightly. Like when I say, because he's not a winger, Foden, he's more of an interior. Like what Rain was talking about, Xavi being an interior, not an interior, called him an inside kind of forward.
Yeah,
inside
left. Sorry, yeah, that's it. I would say that about Foden. So if they wanted their wingers to do the narrow thing, which Semenyo can do, by the way, I think narrow, when he inverts a bit more, he's a bit more dangerous because he comes in the box. When he's out wide, I think he's less effective. So like he could potentially tweak it if he wanted to. And there's a few other players I haven't mentioned. Obviously, Omar Marmoush. He could also. He's not obviously a left winger, but if you played him as an inside left, that could possibly work as well. So what I'm saying is they do have options on the left wing and also on the right wing as well, because they've got other players that can fill in that right-hand side as well, which I haven't mentioned yet. So there is an option, like the same way we played, remember Mana Solomon, he was banging for us, right, in the preseason. Look how well he was doing. Do you know what I mean? He was getting assists. He was one of our best right wingers for Spurs, but we still sold him. Do you know what I'm saying? We did it to drive the price up. So it could be the same situation, what Man City are doing to us, what we do with Mana Solomon, but with Savinho. Club are just buying their time, and then eventually one of them gives in. Whether it's us or them, we say, you know what, we're not going to pay 85, but we're going to pay 75 and add the add-ons. Or they say, you know what, we'll meet at 80 million, because nobody says the asking price. Nobody buys at the asking price, right? They kind of meet somewhere in between. Even though like Liverpool, they're trying to buy Vicario, PSG want 140. There's a world where they meet maybe at 120 or 110. Do you get it? So that's my thing, I reckon, where maybe we do get the Savinho, but we're moving a little bit different. We're playing dead. We're like, you know what? We're not interested really. We don't care. We're going to move on to other players. But then, boom, we do it. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, we accelerate and we get the player. And that's the best I've got. That's what I've got, bro. That's what I've got.
Listen, I hear you.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. These man here. Listen. I'm ready to. If people want to, I'll meet you at the outside the stadium again like last time, bro. Like, I'm on it still. But yeah, that's another show. Another show.
100%. I'll tell you what we do is then to round this off. This is going to be a tough one. Okay, Brentford is here. It's here. It's on our doorstep, people. Dare I ask a lineup and a prediction? So naturally, you would assume, as it stands, it's going to be Kinski in goal.
Yeah.
On the right, it's going to be Porro. Yes. Centre backs, I assume, are going to be Van der Ven and Van Hecke, right?
What are the rumours were that Van der Ven's got a niggle.
Oh shit! I've not heard that. Are you serious?
No, yeah.
That's what I heard.
They're being cautious with all the players though, and because we've got Senesi now, they can afford to kind of rest them if need be. That's why they had them in that pre-season against Hoffenheim. They had Van Hecke and Senesi playing right side centre back and left side centre back in it. So I'm sure, like if it was by past, we probably have to play Van der Ven through the little, give him injections, whatnot. Now we're trying to be like, you know.
And would we be particularly concerned if it was Senesi?
Senesi, why? Senesi's dope.
No. We'd obviously prefer Van der Ven, right?
But it's nice to have a good quality backup.
I hear what you're saying because the recovery pace and all that, but I think in possession, and I think in terms of positioning though, in terms of like as a central defender knowing where to be on the pitch, Senesi more than enough cover. I think he offers something a little bit different to what Van der Ven is.
He's not as strong defensively, I don't think.
You know what? I think I think that the weakest at the two, I think Van Hecke, because he jumps a lot. He jumps a bit like Romero, gets caught out of possession. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hear what Rain's saying in terms of Van der Ven to help recover the ball and bail him out at times, but I still think Senesi is good enough. I think my issue more is in the midfield or even at fullback, Archie Gray. He could get caught out. He could be exposed if Porro doesn't start, for example. Maybe Porro starts. I don't know, but I reckon.
I think Porro starts.
Yeah, I agree. I still think there's a frailty on that right hand side where your boy, you know what I'm saying, can get in and penetrate, go over the top, running behind, and get some.
I think it was your boy.
Porro's poor defense.
It's your shot, though. So left hand side, Benji.
Yeah, left hand as well.
He was protecting you earlier. He was like, you leave her alone.
Mate, honestly. Okay, so look, we've got Senesi at left centre back, which is again I wasn't aware of that. Left back. Now, I'm going to assume your doggy's injured. I don't know this. I'm just guessing because it's his usual thing. So I would like to think we're going to go with Robinson at left back, right?
Robertson.
Well, I do that a lot, don't I? Robertson. Okay,
No.
Robertson. Yeah, I say Robinson. Do you know what it is? Because I was so obsessed with Spurs getting Anthony Robinson from Fulham last season that he's in my brain. I can't help it. So Robertson, we're going to start Robertson at the back. And for me, with Porro and Robinson, that's
Robertson.
Robertson. Did I do it again?
Yeah, you did.
Whatever. You know what I fucking mean.
I honestly think
Robbo.
Robert, you know what? Fucking Robbo. Thank you. My man saved me. That's why I got you on the show,
Ash,
my man.
don't help him out, man. What are you
Oh,
doing?
shit. He's making me life harder. But look, so we've got those two left and right back. For me,
I think Robertson starts more than he doesn't this season.
I can agree with that. My only concern with Robbo, and nearly with Robbo is simply this. Both Porro and Robbo, they can't really defend, which for me is a big fucking problem. But we'll move into midfield. Our strongest point, without a shadow of a doubt, clearly it's going to be Bergvall and Bentancur. So moving forward past them, I'm joking. Can you imagine? What the fuck? What? So Fernandes and Tonali are going to be in that double pivot, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that. I'm really looking forward to that. But from here on in, it gets a little bit tricky.
Have we seen it? We've seen it yet? Did they play?
Yes, they did. They did.
The first
they
game
did.
against MK Dons, didn't they?
It was beautiful.
I didn't see that. I was on a train.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I think they were a bit. I think Tonali was rusty in that game, but I think he looks sharp now. I think his fitness is picked up.
For sure. But you could still see the quality in that game. You know, I mean, there has to be some sort of partnership going on, and I'm sure that's going to come through time. But my bigger concerns are past those two right now. Aside from Tell on the wing, there's no one at Cam. We haven't got any central attacking midfielders. Everyone's in.
It's going to be Gallagher.
You think it'd be Gallagher? Gallagher's so fucking bad at central attacking midfield.
Well, he's not a creator, but he's an attacker. He's a box crasher. That's what he need. Like, we need goals.
And he did it for Palace. He did do it at Palace. He did it quite well.
But he ain't done that for Spurs. He's looked terrible whenever he's played there for us. So for me, I'm a little bit.
The Zerbi loves him, so he'll start.
I know. Yeah, but I'm fine with him deeper. I'm fine with him. I would rather, and I mean this, Ash, I'd rather play even a Tonali or a Fernandes as a Cam and have Gallagher come deeper, because I think going forward, I just feel Gallagher's fucking terrible.
Gallagher presses like a mad dog, and I think
he does.
Win the ball, up, and then force an error, give it to one of the full wingers or the fullbacks who are high up, get that ball in the box, and then bang it in the net. Simple as that.
But in possession, though, Ash is the problem for me with Gallagher. That's the problem.
That's why you keep him high. If you keep him low and he's got to build up, he's terrible. He can't do that. So keep him high up the pitch. Keep him like a pressing monster, and then
the engine on those three are just Tonali. Is, I mean, preseason's been irrelevant, right? But Tonali, I don't reckon he stopped. He's been running in his sleep. He just does not stop. He keeps going. Those three are. I'm so happy we've actually got a central midfield.
I'll tell you what, just quickly, I'm sorry. You'd think, right? You imagine if Scotty hated me, what he'd be like. I'm convinced he kind of likes me a bit. If he hated me, I'd hate to be his enemy. It wouldn't be good. No, okay, no, boys, I agree with you.
Don't get butthurt because Savinho gets criticised. We know that you cry about him when you come on stream.
Because you're fucking blind if you can't see what I can see. There you go.
I'm not blind. I've got my glasses on, mate.
I love him, and I'm telling you, if he turns up to Tottenham, I'm gonna be owed an apology from a lot of people. All right, I'm telling you.
Hey, right. The names down now. Hey,
I've got a list.
He knows. He already knows.
Oh yeah. I've got my list.
We know what you're deciding.
Got my list. Got my list.
Hey,
right.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker. So look, we'll move.
Don't have it.
we'll move on to right wing.
I'm joking.
We've only got Mikey Moore, right? So essentially our front three against Brentford, and again I said this earlier, are no mugs. They ain't no pushovers. Their home form last season sublime, right? Really, really good. Our front three is going to be Moore, Richie, Tell.
So let me just throw something else out there.
Go
If
on.
Solanke is fit, they might put Richie on the left, Tell on the right. I'm saying like that could be a possibility.
That doesn't make it any better. That's
I'm
the
not
problem.
saying it makes it any better. I'm just saying to you that could be a possibility.
Him on that left from last season, he stunk it up, in my opinion. He hasn't got the burst of pace anymore. Agility, he ain't got it. He hasn't got that power to leave his man, to run him behind. He's got that short burst of pace. That's it. To get in the box. That's all he's got. Apart from that, on that left, yeah.
All right, well, look, let's round this off before we go. Ryan, I'll start with you. Give me a score prediction, pal. Go ahead.
I'm wondering what the Spurs fan base does if, and it is a big if, I mean, it's like size 72 font, right? It is massive if Mikey Moore scores a hat-trick at the weekend. What does the Spurs fan base do? You're gonna get the boys, you know, you're gonna get the boys, play the youth, you know, you're gonna get
not from me.
I think 2-2.
Okay, in very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Mia, what are you hitting me with?
I love radio. He's a guy.
1-1.
Hey, you know what?
You
know what
cowards.
Hey, Reggie.
Go on.
You know what draw is code for in YouTube world?
Go on. Go on. Let them know. Tell them what time it is. Go on. Tell them. Cowards. Just say it. Just say it.
Losing 1-0. They're losing. They're losing.
Slam.
Well, listen, we're still over the whole relegation thing. I think fans are still scarred. That's why it was that draw. Because ain't an easy stadium, and I'm due to turn up myself. I'm gonna go down there.
You going Brentford?
I think I might roll. I'm in two minds. I might roll. I might not. If I'm working, the money comes first. Sorry, guys. I am a Spurs fan, but money.
Of course. All right, so Ash, what are you saying? So what is your score prediction?
I don't want to change it. I said 2-2 as well.
Are you?
So you just criticize people about saying draws, yeah? And you did the same.
I'm with you.
Hypocrite is what you are. Hypocrite, yeah?
Babe Station. We're on YouTube. Come on. Gotta play the game, you know? Come on,
right, I'm going to be the only brave one here, you fucking chicken shits. I reckon Savinho bursts onto the pitch at half time, covered in lubricant to the sound of pounding techno, scores a hat trick, we win. No, look, I honestly think it's going to be about, I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 to Brentford.
What they say? Never true a word said in jest, and I think that's what Benji dreams about Savinho.
I do. I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
No. I'll say it. I will say it. I think we will lose 2-1. And also, can I just throw this out? The reason why I'm saying that, right? It's not just that we haven't got a front line. It's that this is a brand spanking new team, you know, and that is a big problem. You know, you're never going to hit the ground running.
If we play well and we lose, is that cool? How do you feel?
Yeah. That's a really good question. If we play well. See, so what? It's never easy losing, is it? Let's be honest. But if we play well,
you reckon we should just win, play ugly to get over the lines, 3 points on the board?
Yeah, I think if we lose and it's because we haven't got goal scorers, everyone's just going to say, "Well, look, exactly what we've all been saying, right? You need goal scorers." But if we've actually played well and that is the case, everyone's just going to blame it on the fact that we've got no goal scorers.
That does is drive the price up for all the players, all the wingers that we need, because they're going to like. Look.
Yeah, because I know that we need them, innit? Yeah, no, 100%.
Bet that we win, get Mikey Moore hat trick. Say, yeah, we don't need these wingers. Yeah.
What are you chatting about? We don't need
but you laugh and joke. That's really going to happen. That will genuinely happen. Only Tottenham fans. God damn it, this club. What are we doing here, guys?
I don't know.
No, 85 million down the drain.
If only were, how many Villa fans out there do you think right now going, we're not gonna need a striker for the next 10 years because of the 17-year-old kid who just burst.
After regen. Yeah, man.
Who?
The striker. That's the Villa got.
Can't remember his name. I've got a name in my
That's
head.
not helping, guys, is it? Who is it? I don't know.
Hold on, I'll tell you now.
It's like Maju.
Maju.
Majo.
Yeah,
Majo. In the
Magi or Magi, as in the Egyptian Magi?
Madjo. Majo. Madjo. Majo.
Okay.
He was absolutely fantastic. He was so good.
Yeah, Watkins to Saudi because you don't want Spurs, innit? You don't want to come Spurs. He's a gooner, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, he's a gooner.
Well, then I can safely say on this wonderful channel, fuck that guy. Right, moving on, guys. I'm going to wrap up there. Mia, where can we find you next?
You'll find me tomorrow at 11 o'clock over at Tottenham's Lone Wolf, 11 a.m. And then in the evening, I've got a panel myself, and I'll be doing my first panel show, which I'll be doing every Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, called The Pack. So.
Awesome. We will be there, guys. Make sure you go like and subscribe to Mia, please. She always puts out good content. Mr. Ashmatic, where will we find you next, my man?
So you'll find me on Spurs Kings TV, trying to organize a rival show. So if anyone feels confident they can take the rivals on, they're more than welcome to join. But yeah, I'm going to do a rival show at 10 o'clock, late night settings, popcorn movie. I'm going to preview who's going to win the league, who's going to come second, third, fourth, fifth.
Oh, it's risky business this early, surely.
Going to finish, yeah, all of that type of talk. Where Villa going to finish, Newcastle. Let's get it on. We need to talk about our rivals, isn't it?
All right. I feel you. Well, listen, guys, Ash and Marlon always work hard. They've done absolute bits over the last few years. Make sure you go over there, like and subscribe to them. Rain, you YouTube hobo. Where are we finding you next?
No,
this man is a machine. Rain, I click on different channels. He's on the same channels at the same, different channels at the same time. There's something's not. I'm sure he's been fucking cloned. I'm not.
You're watching recordings, mate.
Yeah, probably. Actually, it's a good point.
I was going to say maybe an alternative universe, Rain. Maybe there's like
he's just everywhere. He's everywhere. It's a household name at this point.
Like I said, there's a voice keeps on calling me on the road. That's where I'll always be. I'll just be somewhere.
Is it wherever you lay your hat? That's your home.
Maybe. I may not go on for a couple of days.
Yeah, you need a break. Well, listen, just know this, buddy. You always have a home here at the Tottenham concept. All right, mate.
Carry on, man. You're going strong. Don't worry, man. You're getting even better. No, I think Marlon's retired, to be fair. I don't know.
Right, guys, we will wrap it up there. Listen, thank you so much. I know there was a couple of big channels that are on right now, so I appreciate the fact that you guys have come along and stuck with us. You know, we were hitting 50 for most of it.
What? There's another show
Sava's on. Soon as Sava comes on.
This one.
Hold on, it's not just Sava. Actually, I'm so sorry for anyone still with us. Can you please go and head over to Danalist? Danalist has got a show on right now. I believe he's got Nige. Nige is back. They're back together, so that's great. And Danny is currently with them as well. So please get over there and just, give them guys some more numbers. That'd be amazing. Again, thank you for sticking around, guys. You take care of yourselves. Have a lovely evening. To my guests, thank you all for coming. You're all fantastic. Take care.
Big up to Beth as well.
Big up Bethany.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just